controller. I want to play some Bloodborne.
Oh yeah, I saw the right over there.
Oh, over there?
Over there.
Over there?
So here we are with this phone call.
Out into the distance, looking for trouble. Dante's Inferno.
Right into our next quote here.
Of the death pit.
That's my business model.
Get the booty.
Real talk. So today's talk is about social networking apathy. Oh wow, that is a mouthful for sure, but let's get into it. So basically this is a phenomenon that has happened as a result of social networks being around for a couple of years now. So in particular we're going to focus on Facebook. So basically this phenomena is basically what happens when people stop interacting with the social media. And I see this kind of happening with Facebook a lot. It's burnout, it's apathy, but basically it's where the user base stops interacting with the social media. There's a large amount of people that don't interact or use Facebook that much anymore. It's now a bit more of a habitual thing. It's more of a feed. It's more of a let's scroll through all the things that I see on my Facebook and not interact with it. Don't get me wrong, there's still content creators, there's still people who are interacting, but so many people are saying that they're deleting Facebook, or they're getting tired of Facebook, or they're moving on to newer social platforms because Facebook just doesn't cut it anymore. And you know what, guys? The problem isn't Facebook, it's you. It's how you're interacting with Facebook. And I did a project on Facebook in school, and I learned a lot about Facebook. I did a research project, and basically we did some survey and we asked people questions about Facebook. And basically what I found out is that so many people have so many of their friends and family and stuff like that on Facebook, and Facebook is actually a great tool to interact with your close friends and family. Some of my most rewarding moments I have are when there's people that I don't talk to a lot, and when I see them for the first time in a couple weeks or months or whatever, and I talk to them and I find out that they're caught up on my life. They know what I've been up to because they have been following me on Facebook. They've been seeing what I've been posting. This is the thing that I want to say is let's get back into Facebook. Let's get back into posting content. After I did this research project, I made a conscious decision to try and be a meaningful content creator. I took a look at what kind of things I was posting. I said to myself, nobody wants to see this, you know? I then decided to take this lens, this framework, and I said, let's look at how I can post on Facebook so that other people will enjoy my content. And since then, I've had a much more meaningful Facebook experience, and I've had a lot of feedback from people saying that, you know, they enjoy my posts or they enjoy my content, because I'm trying to create meaningful interactions and experiences with people in a cyberspace centered around my life or their lives. So I make an effort to try and like content that I enjoy, to try and like people's stuff. I look for excuses to post comments on other people's statuses. Whenever possible, I try to force interaction with other people, and that is what is enhancing my Facebook experience. This is what's building a sense of community. This is what's actually making my social networking experience a good one. So for all of you people out there who are watching this video, or for all of you people out there who are feeling like your Facebook experience just isn't what it used to be, or isn't what it's cracked up to be, I'm challenging you to go out there and interact more, post meaningful content, contribute to that scrolling newsfeed, actually give people a reason to log on to Facebook and see something. And no, it's not gloating, it's not bragging. Find a meaningful way to share things with your life with other people. Yeah, people might judge you, they might think that you're bragging, but you know what? You're just sharing your life with other people. As long as you're not, you know, overly trying to glorify yourself or asking for praise, it's not a problem. The entire point of Facebook is that you're sharing the close, intimate things in your life with other people. Some people may not use it that way, but that's how I try to use it, because I think about the things that I would send to my close friends and family that I would want to share that happened to me in my life. I want to share that with the Facebook. I want people who are on my Facebook friends list to feel like they have a closer connection to me than if they didn't have me on Facebook. Because, like it or not, social networks are here to stay. They are going to continue into the future. And they just have this really interesting effect on our society that we don't fully understand yet, right? They're probably only about a decade old and we don't really have hard data, and they're definitely changing society and culture, and we haven't had too much time to step back and look at them and say, this is what's happening. You know, there's the social media or instant messaging effect on our generation, on our society, where we now expect messages to be received, read, and replied to instantly. So now when you take longer to respond to a message, there's an assumption that you're ignoring someone. Don't get me wrong, some people are busy, but for sure there's a lot of times where you are expected to respond instantly. And so navigating these social landscapes, these social networks is important, and we need to give them a little bit more prominence and attention that they deserve, because they are now center places in our social lives. So many people view Facebook as this arbitrary kind of, machine that we need to ignore, delete, oh, screw Facebook, screw social networks, I don't need them. But they actually play a very critical role in our social networks and in our societies, and when used properly and used well, Facebook is very powerful for connecting you with your friends and family. And so I don't want to sound like a Facebook spokesperson, but I want to say that I'm a spokesperson for involvement with your friends and family. I want to say that I'm a spokesperson for social networking, because right now Facebook is the only social network that really has me connected to my friends and family. No, I'm not doing the Tumblr thing. Nobody really adopted Google+. Twitter is its own beast, its own thing. Facebook is the most genuine, large user-based collection of authentic experiences, I think, on the web right now. And so this video is a call for you guys to take a second, stop, think, and say, hey, how can I use Facebook better? How can I use social networks better? How can I give back? How can I create content? How can I share my life with other people in a meaningful way?